Well, thank you both so much for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Well,
Oh
thank you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we are like a massive anime family. We love anime. We watch Crunchyroll. We have like all these ones we watch together. My girls are, oh my God, how old are they now? 13 and 14, almost 15.
Oh my
And
gosh.
Slime is like one of our favorites. We love it. It's so much fun. So we love when the movies come out. But so like for you guys, how fun is it to get to be a part of like not just an anime, but an anime that goes to the big screen?
It's incredible. Yeah, this is the first time that I've gotten to be a part of something like this. So for me, it's a huge deal.
It's not my first, but it's hasn't stopped being cool. You know, when we were younger, the only movies that really were on the anime movies that were on the big screen were like, you know, the Studio Ghibli movies and then obviously like the Pokemon movies as well. But
Yeah.
otherwise, it was not this was not normal. This is not something that ever made it to the big screen. So having this now is really cool as someone who grew up watching anime and then as an actor, I'm like, oh my God, I'm on the big screen. Like, hello.
Yeah, you get to hear your voice in that like Dolby or whatever, that's got to
hmm
be like so cool.
and like larger than life scaling too. It's not just your big screen TV. It's taller. Your character's taller than you in this moment, and it's insane. Well, I mean, you're normally taller than Gobta, Ryan, but
That's
No,
true.
no, Gotham is probably about the same size. So
No. Ryan, are you excited to like get to go see this on the big screen or have you gotten to yet?
I have purposely not watched it because I want
Mhm.
the first time to see the whole thing through to be like special, be in the theater. I want my popcorn and yeah. So it's like it's super cool. It was really cool too when I was telling people at my day job like, "Hey, I'm going to be doing this afternoon. Like I'm in a movie."
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and a lot of times with anime, the movies are like just on TV, and now it's really multiple ones are coming to theaters. It's this whole theatrical experience, which I love. Like for me, nothing is like being in a room with strangers who are fans of the same thing that you're fans of.
Mhm.
You get to
Yes.
walk by and be like, who's your favorite character? So it's
Well,
really cool.
and seeing last year that the Demon Slayer got nominated for an Oscar is so validating for the medium and the industry, at least as far as the Western world goes, that like these movies are getting closer to a level of respect that, you know, that they were already getting in Japan and a level of respect that they should be getting in everywhere, you know?
Mm.
Yeah, absolutely. And so one of the things I love about anime movies too is that they're always like their own, for the most part, like a standalone-ish story, right? So like of course it will help if you've seen the show, but you don't have to, and that can kind of be your introduction to it. So what does it mean to the two of you that I mean this could be people's introduction to slime?
It was my introduction to slime for sure. I hadn't watched the show when I got the audition, and hopping in and recording this it was very clear to me that this would be an incredibly accessible film for
Yeah.
people who have not gotten don't have very limited exposure to the series as a whole uh, prior to watching the movie. So I hope it does. You know, I hope some people give it a shot because they see the movie and are happy and excited to jump in and watch the show afterwards because I know I'm gonna.
Yeah. How about for you, Ryan?
Uh, well, okay. I just want to jump on something real quick though. Like
Oh,
what you were saying. So, my family is always like, "What are you in? What are you in? What are you in?" So I think for me, like a big part of this is like I can send my family to the theater and it's something accessible. The show is so much fun. It's something that I think like that everybody is gonna have fun with. So yeah, I just it's really exciting. Sorry, I
Yeah.
feel like I'm a broken record. It's
No.
just one of those like I feel so lucky, you know?
yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it. We saw the trailer. We went to see the Stranger Things Tales from 85 in the theater. And before it was the trailer for this, and the
They
whole
had
theater.
before Stranger Things, they had a
Yeah.
trailer for. Okay, that's all right.
That's
Okay,
so
all right.
cool.
Okay, I feel away now. That's exciting.
Yeah. And then people like around, like my girls were like, the new slime movie, because we watch it. But people around us were like, what is that? What is it? It looks so good. Like, this is cool. You know what I mean? So, like,
Yeah,
just to know there's trailers that can bring people in.
That's so exciting.
that is so exciting.
And I
It's
hear
so
I hear
fun.
the posters are up at the AMC's now,
Mhm.
so I'm gonna take a selfie with it. I'm gonna sneak over and be like,
Do it. Of course, you have to. You have to. I mean, because like I'm a massive, like I said, we're huge anime fans. We go to conventions, we do all that stuff. But like it's so exciting to see it becoming more and more people are getting into it. And like, so what do you guys think it is about anime that really opens up this world for people to just completely immerse themselves in it?
Well, I think in general, like, okay, with animation in general, you can do things, characters can do things that physically in live action you just can't do, or if you try to do, it's never going to be as like exciting and big and then with anime, it's like you take it a step further and the storylines are so fantastic and the characters are so like versatile and deep and there's something for everyone and there's a character that there's in this show alone, like there's so many different personalities that
Mhm.
everybody is going to have somebody that they can relate to and then see them in action in this incredible world.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I mean, I remember being a teenager and feeling like I had to hide the fact that I liked and watched anime. Yeah, and
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
that makes me really excited to know that, you encourage your kids and you celebrate this with your kids because I really feel like it was that kind of like sort of millennial-ish generation that grew up and went, "You know what? I'm not going to stop liking this thing that I liked." And in general, I think it's kind of an overall issue in the West that animation is considered a kid's medium. So I'm very
Mhm.
excited that like anime is for sure starting to push that boundary of like, no, it's not just for kids. It's for everyone. It is a story. And, some of those stories are aimed at younger children, but some of them can be aimed at all ages or specifically adults without it being like, explicit or anything along those
Right.
lines. It's they can the same breadth of storytelling is available in animation as is available in live action. Just because it's animated, it doesn't make it any less real or less mature.
Yeah. And I will tell you, anime teaches such good lessons too.
It does.
Like that literally everybody needs, like not kids, like literally this whole world needs all these lessons. We need this right now. What do you both kind of hope that audiences take away from this film specifically?
I think a big message, and I think this is, across slime too, but really majorly here is that, you can't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
I feel like, Gapta and Yura kind of jump to conclusions about each other in the beginning, and then they spend enough time together and those walls come down and they really realize that they're both running around with like such quality people and they make a
Mhm.
connection that's really special. And if they hadn't have had that opportunity, I so much growth I know with Gapta wouldn't have happened,
Yeah.
you know?
Mhm. What do you think, Allegra?
I agree. I think that like not underestimating people is
Mhm.
a theme of the show in general, and it is very, very present in the movie. Because they do underestimate each other at first. Yura pretty explicitly is like, looks like you're not very important to Rimuru. Ha ha ha. And but she sees what Gobta is capable of and grows to very genuinely respect him and vice versa. And yeah, I think it's a very sweet and real universal message that, just give people a chance because we are all capable of greater depths. We
Mhm.
all are filled with greater depths and capable of more than we probably appear on the surface.
Yeah, she definitely does not hide her thoughts at first. That's for sure.
No, she does
No,
not.
not even a little.
No, and I gotta say it's really fun to play a character who is so mask off because it's a little cathartic to like be a little mean sometimes because you're like, yeah, just I'm just gonna my character's gonna be really mean feels kind of good, but I as a person am like, no, that's mean. We don't do that. But like the character does it, you're like, ooh, haha, okay. Get that out of my system. Let's go.
That is so true.
It is. It's like that little liberating moment where you can just kind of like say what's actually on your mind for a second instead of couching it and like, all right, I'm gonna be nice. Like, I know it's not right for me to say that, so I'm gonna say this instead. No, you just kind of get to be like, looks like you're not that important. Haha. Anyway, it's nasty, but it's kind of fun. It's why villains are sometimes very fun to play. Even though you wouldn't do anything that the villain does, it's a little like, oh, okay. Like,
Yeah. Villains are always my favorite. And I'm always like, what does that say about me? I don't know, but I do love a villain, especially a villain with like a really sad backstory. Cause then you're like, oh, they have a reason why they're like this, you know?
I will
That's
tell
such
you,
a good villain.
I
Yeah.
will tell you which villain I do not sympathize with, and that's Zidane.
That's
I do not
Okay.
sympathize with Zidane.
That's fair. That's fair. Brian, you seem to be agreeing with Allegra. You like to play mean people sometimes.
I like to play obnoxious people, whether they're mean or not. I love to be obnoxious and loud. And I love to be silly. There was a moment, I think it was like season 2, and Gopta, I don't even remember what the deal was, but he's running in and like they're like, just do something silly, and I'm like, la 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 la, just stuff that you don't get to do in real life. But I love that.
You don't do that in real life.
I
'Cause
was gonna say that's not
I
your
do that-
normal.
I
do
do
it at
that in real
home.
life.
I
I
do
do
it
that
at
in real
home.
life.
You're like, I do it in real life when no one's watching me.
I walk into the booth when I get to studios. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah. I remember there was one role though where I was sort of antagonistic, and it was great. Like I was making fun of people the whole time, like kicking soccer balls at people's heads. That was great.
It's in Jujutsu Kaisen I play Maki Zenin, and I came to a realization with her that she is a good person but not a nice person, and that was it's a very fun space to play because you're doing the right things, but she can't pay someone a compliment. It's gotta be a little backhanded. And because it was like, she'll be doing something and she was like, that wasn't terrible. I'm like, girl, just be nice. Like, it's so funny. It's so funny to play.
It's gonna be fun to read that stuff too when you get the script and be like, oh my gosh, I get to do this. Like that's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, final question. Can you tell me something? And I think Allegra, you a little bit touched on this, but something that you love about your character. Like, what do you love the most about your character?
I love I love how pure she is when she explores the surface world for the first time. I specifically the moment where she sees the cat for the first time.
Love that moment too.
I was like, okay, so this is me. I am a cat owner, and I was like, every part about this, I need you to know, I need everyone to know that the noise she made is that's just Allegra. That's just me. Yeah, it's something very refreshing about a character who's seeing things that we all see and take for granted for the first time. It's so sweet and it's so pure, and I love it.
How about for you, Ryan?
I love how well Gopta is also pure. I mean, I know sometimes he's a little bit crude, but he wears his heart on his sleeve. Like Gopta is like what you see is what you get. He has a heart of gold. He might do some dumb stuff, but his heart is in the right place, and I love that. I love to get to be obnoxious, but also be a genuine character.
A sweetie. Like he's a sweetie.
He's a big sweetie. Yeah,
he is.
He
He puts his foot in his mouth, but he's a big sweetie.
he does. He does. And as I recall, those are pretty big feet to put in his mouth. Like, he's such a
little guy, big feet.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, well, thank you both so much. I can't wait to go see this. I didn't let the girls watch the screener with me because we're going to go see it in the theater. They were so mad. I was like, but we're going to go see it in the I don't care. I can't believe you're watching it without me. I was like,
well, you can tell your kids that we also waited until it's on. Yeah. So tell them we're all in the same boat.
Exactly. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Have a good one.